I think I talked about in another video how I was going to try to pick up a player from each team for the NHL starting lineup figures. Any team that was around during the run. It was a small run. I think it went from 93 to 2000. I only had one originally. It was Brett Hull that I still have. And that was probably this last start. No, I got the Griffey starting lineup in like 95. It was like $50 at the time. That thing has no value now, and the case, the bubble on the figure got cracked. I got that up in Canada, actually, in Niagara Falls. But after that, I hadn't gotten any of them. They're cool, you know. They're not like McFarlane figures now. Well, McFarlane probably started coming out like 15, 20 years ago. They're not that detail, or those things are like this. These are cool though. It just reminds me of my childhood a little bit. The figures I had back then. I used to have a ton of them. Baseball and football, I had a bunch of, and I had a few basketball ones. Anyway, I got two. They were cheap. I got off of eBay. The one was $6 and change. The other was $8 and change. I just watched a few, and then the sellers just threw me offers, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll do that sometimes. How people will do that. If they're watching items I'm selling, I'm like, I'll throw a bid out, an offer out, whatever. Anyway, the first one actually came from Long Island, very close, actually. Not very close, I guess. I mean, from here, it's probably about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. First one is the Toronto Maple Leafs player that I got at the time, of course, Doug Gilmour. Alright, this is a 94 one. Shows the other dudes there. We got Ray Bork, Roenick, Yamir Yager, Luke Robitaille, Arthur Serbe, Brett Hull again, Mike Richter, and Steve Yzerman. As you get later on, because I was looking on eBay at other ones, like as you get to later years, like the 98, 99, 2000 type, they have different poses. Like they really don't have many poses back then, because the next one has the same exact one. I think there might have been two goalie poses, this and one where they're making a save. Doug Gilmour, he was on a bunch of teams. He started on he might have started on I don't know if he started on the Blues. Was he on the Blues? Maybe not. He was on the Flames. He won a cup. In 88, 89, I believe they beat the Canadians. He was on that team. He was on Toronto. He was on Chicago. After Toronto, I believe. Was he on the Blues too? I don't know. This was like, this in the 93, 94 were like his huge seasons. 92, 93, 93, 94. When guys were going nuts. Like he was good without those years, but like a lot of players just 120, 130 points, 150 points is nuts. But yeah, number 91, and you always get a card. Oh, some shelves down there to display some of these things on. That's the first one. The second one's a 97 one. I knew the package on this was damaged. I don't care though, because I'm going to open them because I can finally display them. But this is from the Washington Capitals. Peter Bondra. This player I was liked back in the day. This has all the teams at the time on it as 26 teams at the time, so from 97 to now. Well, they have 32 now. Same pose, slightly different face. I guess was it always Fleer cards? No, this is Score. I wonder if they had deals each year with a different card just to make the specific cards for them. I don't think the Capitals have that jersey anymore, do they? I don't know. Some of these teams do not exist or have moved. Like Hartford. I can't wait. Shanahan's the Hartford. Brendan Shanahan's the Hartford Whalers player. They are Carolina. Well, Phoenix is now Utah. This had to be real early in Phoenix's run, maybe even their second year. They moved from Winnipeg, right? Everybody else is the same, right? Yeah, Washington doesn't use. Yeah, they don't use that logo anymore. Tampa's logo is different. The Penguins is different. This was different too before that. Islanders pretty much the same. Devils are the same. Maybe slightly different color schemes. Rangers never change. Flyers the same. Panthers still using that one. Boston always the same. Buffalo Sabres. It's definitely different. I think they had their original logo, then they went to this, then they went back to the original one. Might have a little bit different color scheme. Senators the same, I believe. Canadians obviously the same. Maple Leafs the same. From what I remember, I'm not talking these original 6 teams back in the day, what their logos look like. I think the Blues have always been the same. Red Wings have. Stars. Maybe, no, the Stars might have changed too. Blackhawks are the same. The Ducks one is different, right? Or do they use it as a throwback now? Oilers is the same. The Kings still sporting that one, I think so. Sharks is pretty much the same, but slightly different. The Canucks still use that one. The Canucks had the different one. I have it on the paddle board. Like I said, I forget now. I'm thinking about it. Devils always had a great fucking logo. Like, they'll change it. It's black and red and white here. It used to be. Sometimes they'll have it, it was green as well. Peter Bondra. Like I said, I want to pick up. One of each team, so I have. So right now I'd have Maple Leafs, Capitals, Jets, Winnipeg Jets again, because I have the Solani, Brett Hull, and the Blues. He probably has. He might have a Stars figure too at this point, yeah. For starting lineup. I don't think he has Red Wings though. Maybe. I don't know if he was still on. Wait. They won it in 98, 99, 99, 2000. They went back and lost to the Devils. Was he on that team, or did he move to the Red Wings at that point? I think he won a second cup on the Red Wings, though. And I Pavel Bore and the Canucks. I know some of the players. I'm getting Zygmunt Palffy on the Islanders because it's him. They have Van Beesbrook at one point, and he was there briefly, and they have Kirk Muller, who was there even short amount of time. I think he might have played under 30 games with the Islanders. He did not want to be there. I believe they traded Turgeon for him. Rangers, I was looking at getting Brian Leach, just because he was always a lifer. Was he not drafted by the Rangers? Oh no, was he? No, did he end up on Toronto? Brian Leach. I have to look. He was on the Rangers from the beginning, so he wouldn't have been a lifer. But did he? He didn't start with the Leafs. He went to them, right? I gotta see. And there's Mark Messier. Gretzky has Ranger ones too. The 3 years he played with them. They do have the Cup one, the double ones that have Messier. I think it's Messier and Gretzky, or Gretzky and Grandfiore for the Oilers that I kind of want to get. Just to get Gretzky in the Oilers. Jersey, let's see. Putting along. Go to Hockey Reference. See him. He's a hell of a defenseman. Cup winner, Hall of Fame. Okay, he went to Toronto 03-04. He was, I guess, traded to Toronto. And then 5-6 because the strike season was 4-5. He actually ends his career in Boston. So 3 original 6 teams he played for. 102 points in 91-92. There's some nice years. That was the one I was going to get for that. Just because he was pretty much a lifelong Ranger outside of a season and change. It's funny to see some of these guys too. They played well into the 2000s. You're like, holy shit. And they were still decent too, which is nuts. But I kind of know a lot of, the other players I'll pick up. This video will probably be going up Saturday night, so I was just looking at the Islanders. Of course, the Islanders were 1-1. Game 4, they're down 3-0. We're not expecting anything. 1-1 going into the third, of course. Now, will the Islanders be the ones to get the big goal and just hold on, live to play another game? Or the Hurricanes get the timely goal as they do against the Islanders? Or will the Islanders get a goal and the Hurricanes will tie it and it will go to over, Anyway. I was thinking Yzerman on the Red Wings. I was thinking Fedorov maybe too, but probably like a Madonna. They started coming out with these things. I guess late '93 was when they started to put them out, and that would have been the first season for Dallas. Because I was like, did the North Stars have one? I didn't realize the North Stars had moved so early. See, that's another one where I thought it was like 96 or something like that, but it was really like the 93-94 season. It's cool to see the Whalers have one, though. Boston's an interesting one, because I was like, there's a couple like Ray Bork, Adam Oates, Cam Neely. There's a couple players to look at on them. Avalanche would be like a Joe Sakic, or I'd probably do Waugh on the Canadians because he has them on the Avalanche as well. See, I don't even think do the Nordiques have one? Quebec moved to Colorado. Was that 94, 95? I don't know at that point if they would even had a Nordiques player. I'll have to look. That'd be a cool one to get to. Ottawa Center is probably like Alexei Yashin. I don't know why I'm going through all the teams. Calgary, I guess Fleury, Theron Fleury. They didn't even have, I don't think Gretzky had one on the Kings. Which is odd. There's Luc Robitaille, and Robitaille has one on the Penguins as well. A little later on. Penguins gotta be Lemieux, though. I mean, it could be Yager, though, as well, but it kind of has to be Lemieux. But yeah, that's just Peter Bondra and Doug Gilmour starting lineup figure pickups, and thanks for checking us out.